Tale of Waaq and the Sacred Tree, a story from Somali mythology. In ancient times, the Somali people believed in Waaq, the supreme god who ruled over the heavens and earth. Waaq was the giver of rain, fertility, and protection, ensuring balance in the world. Alongside Waaq, the land was home to powerful jinn, spiritual beings that could be either helpful or mischievous, depending on how humans treated the natural world. One year, a severe drought struck the Somali lands, and the people struggled to find water. Crops withered, and animals grew weak. The elders of the village gathered and decided to seek Waaq's guidance. They prayed under the shade of a qaydar, a sacred acacia tree believed to be connected to the divine. That night, a shepherd named Barkat had a dream. In the dream, Waaq appeared as a great cloud, saying, "The drought is a test of your respect of the earth. You must protect the sacred trees and rivers, for they are my gifts to you. Only then will the rains return." The next day, Barkat shared his vision with the villagers. They vowed to restore the balance by planting trees and cleaning the dried riverbed. They also left offerings of milk and incense under the qaydar, asking Waaq for forgiveness and blessing. Soon after, rain clouds gathered, and the long-awaited rains returned, reviving the land. The people rejoiced, knowing Waaq had heard their prayers. From that day on, they honored the sacred trees and respected the spirits of nature, ensuring harmony between the human and spiritual world. Through their devotion, they kept Waaq's blessings alive for generations. The Gift of Haine, a story from Hadza Mythology. In the vast plains of Tanzania, the Hadza people lived as skilled hunters and gatherers, deeply connected to the natural world. They believed in Haine, the god of nature and hunting, who provided them with game and protected the balance of the land. Haine was both generous and strict, rewarding those who respected the land, while punishing those who took more than they needed. One day, a young hunter named Ng'wete ventured deep into the forest in search of food for his family. Despite spotting several animals, Ng'wete grew greedy and set multiple traps, hoping to catch more than he needed. When he returned the next day, he found his traps empty and the forest eerily silent. Realizing his mistake, he knelt and prayed to Haine for forgiveness. That night, Haine appeared to Ng'wete in a dream, taking the form of a great hoodoo. "The forest is not yours alone," Haine said. "Take only what you need and share with your people. Respect the animals and the balance of the land." The next morning, Ng'wete set out again, this time with humility. He hunted carefully, taking only one animal and offering thanks to Haine. When he returned to the village, the people shared the meat, and Ng'wete told them of his vision. They performed a ritual to honor Haine, offering smoke and burning herbs and singing songs of gratitude. From that day on, the Hadza people remembered Haine's lesson. They hunted with respect, knowing that the land and its creatures were sacred gifts. Through their harmony with nature, they ensured Haine's blessings would sustain them for generations to come. The Blessing of Murungu, a story from Meru mythology. In the fertile lands of Kenya, the Meru people revered Murungu, the supreme god, as the creator of the world and all its wonders. Murungu was believed to reside in the sky, watching over the earth and sending rain to nourish the crops. The Meru also believed in Nkoma, spirits who lived in rivers, trees, and mountains, serving as guardians of nature and messengers of Murungu. One year, a strange illness spread through the Meru villages and the people became weak. The elders believed it was a sign that Murungu was displeased. They gathered the community for a sacred ceremony to seek guidance. Under a great big tree, they offered milk, honey, and prayers, asking Murungu and Nkoma for help. That night, a farmer named Kithaka had a dream. In the dream, Murungu appeared as a radiant figure surrounded by clouds. Murungu said, "The illness is a reminder to honor the spirits of the land. You have taken too much from the earth without giving back. Restore the balance, and health will return." The next morning, Kithaka shared his vision. The Meru people began planting trees, cleaning streams, and performing rituals to honor the Nkoma. They also shared their harvests with those in need, fostering unity and joy. Soon, the illness began to fade, and the land flourished once more. From that day on, the Meru people understood the importance of living in harmony with the land and respecting the spirits that connected them to Murungu. They continued to honor the Nkoma and Murungu, ensuring their blessings would sustain the community for generations. The Creation of the World, a story from Bantu mythology. In the beginning, the Bantu people believed that Ngai, the supreme god, created the universe from nothingness. Ngai, known as the Great Creator, shaped the heavens, the earth, and all the creatures that roamed the land. He gave the earth life and placed rivers, mountains, and forests to sustain it. However, Ngai did not want to rule alone, so he created spirits known as Akalunga to guide and protect the world. One day, Ngai called the Akalunga to him and told them that the world needed balance. He created humans from the earth and breathed life into them, giving them the power to shape the land and use its resources. Ngai gifted humans with wisdom and the ability to speak. He instructed them to live in harmony with nature and the spirits that guarded it. As time passed, the humans began to forget the ways of Ngai and the Akalunga, taking more than they needed and disrespecting the land. The earth became sick and the animals grew scarce. Realizing their mistake, the people turned to the spirits for help, offering prayers and sacrifices. The Akalunga, hearing their cries, called upon Ngai. He descended from the heavens and reminded the people of the sacred bond between them and the earth. Ng'wete restored balance by sending rain and renewing the life of the land. From that day forward, the Bantu people lived in harmony with nature, respecting the spirits and the wisdom of Ng'wete. They knew that by honoring the land and the spirits, they could continue to live in peace and prosperity. The spirit of Naku, a story from Rendille mythology. In the arid deserts of Kenya, the Rendille people lived under the protection of Naku, the supreme god of the heavens. Naku governed the balance of life, bringing rain to sustain the herds and guiding the people through the challenges of the desert. Alongside Naku, the Rendille believed in Uarai, the spirits of nature who inhabited the winds, trees, and water sources. One year, the rains failed to come, and the wells ran dry. The people's camels, their most treasured companions, grew weak in thirst. The elders gathered the village under a sacred tree to pray to Naku and the Uarai for guidance. They offered milk and incense, chanting songs of reverence for the spirits that watched over the land. That night, a young girl named Tariq had a dream. In her dream, Naku appeared as a radiant figure in the stars and spoke, "The spirits of the land must be honored, for they hold the balance of life. Protect the wells and share the water with the creatures of the desert, and the rains will return." The next day, Tariq shared her vision, and the village followed Naku's guidance. They protected the wells, ensuring that both the people and the wildlife could drink. Soon, clouds gathered, and the long-awaited rains fell, rejuvenating the land and the herds. From that day on, the Rendille people honored both Naku and Uarai, understanding that their survival depended on respecting the spirits and living in harmony with the desert. They continued to offer prayers and care for the land, ensuring Naku's blessings for generations to come.